Jerusalem is also mentioned in some other texts. For instance, this text, right? Before there were iPads, you wrote on your clay figurines. Okay? Now what this is an execration text, and these things are fun. Not exactly a voodoo doll, but kinda. And what you do with an execration text is with these kinds of texts, they're texts that usually are buried with people. We found these about 1900 BCE. I say we like I was part of the expedition. Scholars found these about I'm not that old. About 1900 BCE. They were written in hieroglyphic on clay figurines, and these were discovered in Saqqara, Egypt. And what you did was you wrote the names of your enemies on it, and then you smashed them. This is how it worked. And it's kind of this idea of sympathetic magic, right? How do you curse your enemy, right? Do you just call them names? I mean, you can punch them in the face. But what's even better is to call upon the gods and put the curse on someone. So what you do is you write their name on something, and then you break it. Remember how we talked about we came to a point in Jewish history where you wouldn't even write the name of God? Why? Because you might erase the name of God, and erasing someone's name or ripping up a document with someone's name on it has magical elements in a lot of ancient religions, including ancient Egypt. So what you would do is, so if we hate USC, right, UCLA, we hate, you can't spell suck without USC, this kind of thing. So we would write USC on a doll, and then we'd smash it. And that's how you curse USC. So maybe next year we'll beat them in football, right? Because we wrote them on that and basketball and all the other sports. Okay, so that's how it would work. One of these figurines that we found in Egypt, not we, but scholars found in Egypt, Rusa Limum, which is basically a reference to Jerusalem. So basically, someone in Saqqara, Egypt was cursing Jerusalem, one of Egypt's enemies. But what it means for us archaeologists is that we've got a literary reference to the town of Jerusalem going back to about 1900 BCE. So not only was there settlement in Jerusalem, but now you've got, and this is not biblical, obviously, this is extra biblical evidence, hard evidence, that shows that not only was Jerusalem, did it have people living there, but it was at least worthy enough, big enough to be worthy of a curse text for someone to curse it. And it also mentions the name of some of the rulers. So obviously Jerusalem had a ruling class locally. So the Egyptian execration texts give us non-biblical evidence of Jerusalem as a city prior to Israelite occupation.